Well, man, I'm tired. So, I just got home not that long ago from my appointment at the neurologist, who's an hour and a half drive away. And, well, I guess I'm trying to think of how to say it. I got good news and bad news. The good news is that he says I'm 85 to 90% recovered from my last stroke, which is amazing. And he said that by the looks of it, I will return to 100%. Probably take a few more weeks, to make that last few percent. But the bad news is, he says, if I continue doing what I'm doing, I'll be lucky to live 2 years. And that's something I don't like to talk about because I know that it's a no-no, and I'll probably lose subscribers when I admit to it. But I smoke. I've smoked for years. I've smoked for 51 years. And I've tried to quit many, many times with very little luck. But this time, this guy, unlike most of the doctors that I've seen and visited and stuff, I trust this guy. I really think this guy's got his shit together. And I think if he says that, he's probably right. Now, he also wanted me to go on statins, and I outright refused, and he didn't argue. But he said that was the best bet for living a reasonable amount of time. He said to quit smoking and go on statins. I said, well, what if I quit smoking and exercise more? Well, he says exercise will help, but it won't help near as much as quitting smoking and going on statins. But like I said, I outright refused it. He knows it. And he says, well, if you quit smoking, you definitely have a whole lot better chance of living a few more years. I think that if I stay fairly strict carnivore and quit smoking, that's all it's going to take. I really think so. But I think that what I should do is probably look at my, what do you call it, blood test, probably get tested and just stay on top of it. Make sure my triglycerides aren't getting high again because they normally are high. And, I think that is a lot of it is from lack of exercise. I've I've been exercising really well lately, but up until the last 3 or 4 weeks, I spent more time goofing off doing nothing, than exercising. It was so my friend. I hate to bring the same person up every video, but my friend Amy, watching her, and getting inspired by her, that got me to realize that I got to make every day count. And that's what I do. I get up in the morning, and that's one of my first thoughts. Make every day count. And I figure out that morning, what do I need to do to make today count? And of course, one of those things is getting on my bicycle, pedaling, taking my shoes off, going outside and getting grounded. I do that. And getting at least 20 minutes of morning sunlight. And if I can do it, of course, in Ohio, you don't get a lot of sun a lot of the year. But right now, it's sunny most days, and I try to soak up as much of that sun as I can. And hopefully that'll help. The plan is tomorrow, no smoking, never smoke again. That's the plan. But I'll be honest with you, that's been the plan many times before, and I've blown it every time. I don't know. Probably feel pretty lousy, and I probably won't want to make any videos. But I still am working on music, and I'm planning to have a new song up in a day or two. And everybody seemed to like that video I made for Lori, for Lori's Carnivore story. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do something sort of similar to that. It wasn't real hard to to do a little lyric video, I'm thinking maybe next time putting a camera on and mowing the yard like semi-retired Bob does, playing my own song, and then over top of the lawn, having the words scroll by or something, whatever I think of at the time. I don't know. Feel like, I don't know. Anyway, I'm rambling. I feel like I'm rambling, so I don't want to do that. Anyway, I went to the neurologist, and looks like from what I can tell, the best I can tell, it's mainly good news. It's as long as I can manage to not smoke anymore, which, man, that's a lot to ask a guy like me. I'm same age as Rick, and there's another person I mention in almost every video. I really like Rick. We're the same age, and I started smoking when I was 15, so that's 51 years. And probably 51 years in a few weeks, probably. But, because it was probably about this time of year that I started. So yeah, about 51 years. Rambling, thinking too much, talking too much. I need to get ready for bed. I want to go to bed early and get up early, get that sunshine, and start my first day of not smoking for 51 years. Oh, man. I don't know, man. If you pray for me, man. I need all the help I can get. Getting through a day without smoking, that's hard for me. I was doing 3.5 packs a day. That's pretty much smoking every second, except for when both hands was on an instrument, or when I was doing a video. That was it. That's the only time I wasn't smoking. I wake up every 2 hours to have a cigarette. That's honest to God truth. I do that. So this is going to be a tough night because, I'm not quitting in the daylight. When I wake up in 2 hours to have a cigarette, I'm not doing it. That's just how it is. I'm going to throw away not just the cigarettes. I'm throwing my lighters out. I'm going to throw everything out. And, well, except one thing. I have a little roller and for doing home rolled ones and filters. And I thought I'll keep the filters in the roller, the papers, and then if I got real hard up, maybe I'll just roll up a couple filters and no cigarette, no puffing, but you know what I'm saying? Something to get that habit, keep that going, I guess. Because I'd rather do that than go on like the patch where you can't do this, but you got the nicotine. That doesn't work for me. I've tried it several times. I spent thousands of dollars on different ways to try to quit, and well, hell, none of them's worked for me, so thinking this is the last chance I got, just cold turkey. And I know that's hard. I've tried that before, too. But at least with cold turkey, once it's over, if you can make it to that point, it's pretty much over. You're always going to want more, Just like I've been carnivore for 3 years, and I still crave cheesecake, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If I managed being carnivore for 3 years, surely I can manage quitting smoking. Don't you think so? I don't know. I'm going to have to, or my videos are definitely going to end. Because I don't suppose they'll let me take the phone down into my grave. And the battery eventually die. I don't think nobody will put bury an extension cord with me. I know, it's not funny. I know that stuff's not funny. Making a joke out of everything. That's just me. But, anyway, I told you, if you want to blow me off and unsubscribe, well, what did you expect? I'm an old musician. That was my one vice I had left. I got to get rid of it. I have no choice. But this video is way too long. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, I appreciate it. Have a good week. and I'm going to do my best. Bye-bye.